It is 1957, and a United States Navy aircraft has just touched down on the most desolate runway on Earth. The temperature reads -40 degrees Celsius. Wind tears across the Ross ice shelf at 60 miles per hour, turning every inch of exposed skin into a liability. The researchers stepping off that plane are scientists and military personnel deployed under Operation Deep Freeze, America's mission to establish a permanent presence in Antarctica. But, no training fully prepares a man for the moment. The radio goes silent, the storm rolls in without warning, and he stands alone on the ice with nothing but his field kit and the survival knowledge drilled into him at McMurdo Station. Welcome to Fieldcraft Chronicles. Today, we go all the way south. The killing cold. Understanding the enemy. Antarctica does not simply freeze you, it hunts you. The continent holds the record for the lowest temperature ever recorded on Earth, -89.2 degrees Celsius. But honestly, raw temperature is rarely the killer. It is wind chill combined with moisture that ends lives. A calm day at -20 is survivable. That same temperature with a 40-knot gale becomes fatal in under 30 minutes without shelter. Every survival brief at McMurdo hammered one truth. Your enemy is not the cold itself. It is the heat you surrender to it. Snow, lying all around in infinite supply, was the answer. The Quingy engineering survival from nothing. The Quingy is one of the most important pieces of cold-weather fieldcraft a person can carry in their mind. Personnel at McMurdo were trained to build one as standard field practice, because, frankly, the day you need it and cannot is the day you do not come home. Survival gear is heaped into a dome shape, covered with a tarp, and buried under at least 2 feet of compacted snow. Then you wait, crucially, for the snow to sinter, a process where ice crystals bond under pressure into a load-bearing structure. Skip sintering and the dome collapses on you. After 1 to 2 hours, a tunnel is dug in from the side, the gear removed, and the hollow space that remains can stay 30 to 40 degrees warmer than outside air, sustained by body heat alone. The air hole, the detail that decides whether you wake up. Before you sleep, you punch a ventilation hole, a ski pole, a tent peg, anything, through the snow wall to outside air. This is non-negotiable. A well-built Quingy is nearly airtight. The same properties that trap your heat also trap carbon dioxide from breathing and carbon monoxide from a candle or stove. Men have been found dead in structurally perfect shelters because they sealed themselves in and forgot that breathable air is finite. The hole must be checked every time you wake to ensure drifting snow has not sealed it. This single detail separates a shelter from a tomb. Clothing, layering, and the sweat trap. The shelter protects from outside. Clothing protects from within. McMurdo instructors taught one principle above all: never sweat heavily during exertion. Moisture destroys insulation. Sweat saturates the layer closest to your skin, and the moment you stop moving and your core temperature drops, that wet fabric conducts heat away from your body with lethal efficiency. Polar researchers regulated their pace, vented their layers before heavy work like shelter construction, and changed into dry base layers before sleep. In an environment where a wet undershirt could trigger hypothermia overnight, this was fieldcraft as critical as any tool in the kit. What the ice teaches. Operation Deep Freeze was a mission of science and Cold War positioning, but threaded through every deployment order was a quieter truth. The ice does not care about your credentials. It responds only to preparation and knowledge. The quinzhee, the ventilation hole, the layering system. These are not historical footnotes. They are tools that work in any blizzard, on any mountain, in any winter storm that catches you farther from safety than you planned. The men who learned this in Antarctica paid for that knowledge in wind and cold and exhaustion. We owe it to them and to ourselves to carry it forward. If this episode gave you something, a technique, a new appreciation for the people who came before us, share it. Share it with anyone who believes that hard-won, field-tested knowledge is one of the most valuable things a person can carry. Subscribe to Fieldcraft Chronicles. Stay prepared, stay curious. We'll see you in the field.